What's up everyone? Welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to be working on shoulder mounts. So with shoulder mounts, there's a billion different conditioning exercises for this, which is the reason why I will potentially be doing a series on this. But today we're going to be working on shoulder mounts for beginners. That means if you've never shoulder mounted before and you're looking into learning one, but you're still working on your strength, or if you already do your shoulder mounts but you're looking for strength conditioning so you can make those a little bit easier and cleaner for you. All right, so let's get started. Now, before you start, I want to make sure that you have the right positioning of your hands, shoulder placement, your head, everything, okay? So when you're doing your shoulder mount, you want to make sure that your arms are bent in a 90-degree level, and then your thumb is facing down towards the floor. Now, the other thing that I like to do is having my inside arm, which is closer to my face, lower than the outside arm. I am doing this because if in the future I want to do a fungi, this is the hand placement that you want, okay? Now, from there, you're going to place the pole on your shoulder. When I say shoulder, try to avoid any bony parts of your shoulder. Try to put it on the meaty part. Once you have it there, make sure that you don't have any fabric. I don't have the best outfit for this today, but that's okay. You're gonna put the pole right here against your skin on that meaty part, and then we're gonna look up. From there, you're gonna have to feel the pull of your arms, okay? So when you're here, meaty part of the shoulder on the pole, look up, bend your elbows. Don't have these hands too close to your face, neither too far away. 90-degree angle, pull. Now, when I'm here, this is important. Don't let your elbows come out. You want to bring your elbows in. So from here, you have the best positioning here to be able to hold yourself up on the pole. And then you see where my head is? It's looking up. So then I can hold myself up here. All right, good. Let's start. All right, so with that positioning in mind, this is the first exercise you're gonna do. We're gonna go on the floor. You're gonna lay down. You're gonna put the pole right on that point where we talked about. Okay, so the first exercise we're gonna do, we're gonna lay down on the floor. You're gonna put the pole right where we talked about before in that meaty part of your shoulder. You're gonna look up, hands go in that same positioning, 90 degrees, elbows in. Now from here, I'm gonna lift my legs. I'm gonna bring it towards my elbows. And then I'm gonna go out and extend and bring it back up. While I'm doing this, I'm thinking about using that pull motion into the pole with those arms, and then I'm squeezing and tucking and extending. Now, if this is easy, you're gonna bring it to a pike and then down. While I'm doing this, this is working my core, but I want you to remember that I'm still trying to use those arms and get used to that pull into your shoulder. All right? Okay, so this is the second exercise we're gonna do. And this is actually really important because it's gonna start training you about your hip positioning on a shoulder mount, which is extremely important. When you're doing a shoulder mount, your hips should be almost above your head, so higher up. If our hips are lower, this is gonna become harder and harder to hold because our body is gonna feel heavier. So what we're gonna do is, similar to what we did on the first exercise, we're gonna lay down and we're gonna do the exact same position, but now this time my hips are gonna go up. So when I'm here, I'm gonna bring my hips up. This is when I'm gonna start straddling my legs. And then from here, I'm gonna use that pull of my arms, squeeze, engage those abs, and then bring that hip up, up, up. This is the positioning that I'm looking for. Do you see how high my hips are? They're pretty much above my head. This is where I want it to be on a regular shoulder mount, okay? And then from here, you can bring your legs together, calm down. And then you're gonna do a similar thing as we did on the first exercise. You're gonna extend, open, bring those hips up, tuck in your pelvis, bring that hip up, and then down. Okay, so now that we're done with our exercises on the floor, we're gonna move up on the pole. So you're gonna be sitting this time, and you're gonna feel a lot more pressure on that shoulder because you're adding a little bit more weight on it. So not only I'm gonna start pulling a little bit more with those arms, my chest is gonna start lifting along with that pull of my arms, meaning that those back muscles are gonna start firing up too. So I'm gonna like do a little bit of this, okay, to help my body go up. So I'm gonna lean against the pole. This is also very similar to how we start our shoulder mounts from the floor, right? So lean against the pole, look up, bend the elbows at 90 degrees. I'm gonna pull with those arms, and then from here, I'm gonna use the ball of my feet against the floor for assistance, and then I'm gonna lift my hips off the floor. So I'm here, I'm gonna lift, lift, lift. And then from here, I'm gonna go down. Now, the ball of my feet are assisting, but they shouldn't be doing all the work. So try with your upper body to pull with those arms, open the chest, and try to lift those hips off the floor, okay? So one more time, I'm here, ball of my feet, look up, chest, pull elbows in, and lift, and down. Okay, so here's our fourth exercise, which is a progression of our third one that we just did. So what you want to think about is from that hip extension, you're gonna touch your knees to your elbows, and then we're gonna crunch and descend into the floor back to our sit. Now, this is not usually where we stop on the shoulder mount, but this is where I want you to start with small movements until your core feels strong enough to then bring your hips all the way up. Okay, so this is how we're gonna do it. You're gonna look up. You're gonna have your hands going on the pole again. I'm gonna bring my hips up, just like we did the first time. And now this time you're gonna bring your knee to your elbow, other knee to the elbow, and then down. And we're gonna do it one more time. Lean back, hips up, knee to elbow, and then down. This exercise is where you're gonna feel the most of your weight on your shoulders. But this is a great way to condition yourself to be strong here once you're ready to do your shoulder mount. Yes. So this is all the 4 exercises that we're doing today. I didn't want to keep this video too long, but please let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more. I have plenty. Definitely can do a series on this. So thank you so much, and make sure you like and subscribe.